Yo, what is good? What is good, fam? What is good? I want to take you through where I grew up, okay? I want to walk you through where I grew up, you know what I'm saying? Let you know and show you that you can make it from anywhere. It doesn't matter where you come from, okay? My name is Henry Aaron Westbrooks, okay? Wealthy Westbrooks. And, bro, like the life you see me living now, like all the stuff that you see me posting, all the results and all that, bro, it hasn't always been like this. So I want to show you. Check this out. This is where I'm from, okay? I'm from a city called Rochester, New York, okay? Now, my mom and I and my dad lived on this. It's called Fernwood Park. It's a street called Fernwood Park. Let me set this camera down like this. All right. So I'm gonna walk you through this real quick. This is Fernwood Park, and so the reason I'm showing you this is to give you some inspiration, man. Show you that like you can make it. You can come from anywhere, any situation. Change your environment. That's the biggest thing though. Is like I knew I wanted to change my environment. We always did our best though. So like this is like the parking lot. We come in off the street. There was only one entrance. Okay, so we'd either come in off of this street right here, or I should show you because I'll show you what it was. Let me take you all the way around here. Take you around the block. Okay, we spin the block. You feel me? So this is like a whole. It's called Fernwood Park. So these are a bunch of apartments. Okay, so that's the start. Okay, we grew up in an apartment. There's like this super small apartments in Rochester, New York, and so there were detached garages. You wouldn't really see people park their cars in the garage. I mean, because it wasn't like an automatic garage. You'd have to use like the handle. So like people would just use them as storage mostly. We'd have storage. There was little bumps up there that I would skateboard on those. But anyways, what I'm showing you here is that I'm gonna show you something so interesting. So watch this video because it's going to be inspirational. Okay. Now, this is where I'm from. This is where I was born and raised. I'm gonna walk you through this. So, my mom and dad would park their cars right here, right on the side of the street, like right around, like right in this parking strip. See this right here? There's a little lane right here. See that car parked right there? So, if the parking lot was full, which it was like all the time, there would be no parking. So we'd have to park in the street. And so most of the time we park in the street. Plus, our apartment was kind of closer to the street than the parking lot anyways, right? Like, why would you park in that parking lot if this was your door, right? So our first apartment, I'll take you in here. Hopefully you can go in. Can I go inside of here? Oh, damn, it doesn't let you go, like, inside, I don't think. But it's right inside of here. So right behind this, like, this is, like, my window right here. Pretty sure, like, right around, we wrapped around, it was top floor, like, right up here, somewhere right in this little corner. And we'd hang out, playing this little cul-de-sac field. Okay, long story short, this apartment actually was the second one that we had. Because now that I'm thinking about it, we moved into this one after our first apartment burned down. It was the same apartment complex, but it caught on fire. And I'll take you over there in a second. But we moved into this second one. The first one is when we started parking in the parking lot even more because it was closer. So let me show you. Let's go spin the block real quick. Check this out. Is this interesting for you? So we go around, I'm saying we come around here. And I'll never forget, bro, like, it was not easy living, bro. Like, first of all, I mean, just look. Like, this is what I grew up with. Like, for you thinking, like, oh, like, bro, this is not, this is not the suburbs. This is the city of Rochester, okay? Like, this is the type of shit you would see. Look at, like, come on, bro. You feel what I'm saying, bro? Like, so this is a school called Frederick Douglass. Okay, not the best. There was always like some crazy stuff going on, but we had a good time, man. Like I would come down here. Let me take you back to the parking lot. I would go down here. Right, we would park. Quick side note: I would always skateboard. So this parking lot was like the biggest parking lot. So eventually we'd be able to park into this parking lot. It made more sense because we moved into an apartment over here. I'm going to show you in a second. This is like a track and field that you had access to because the school, like Frederick Douglass, so we would oftentimes, like I would see this, like we'd just skateboard this all day. We'd start here and we would just and then jump this staircase all day long. Like jump from here to there, jump off this ledge to the parking lot. Like it would just be like, I don't even know how we just did it. Sometimes you get kicked out by security, but for days and hours and months, every summer, all the time, we would just skateboard on this handrail and these stairs, a 7 set. Anyways, you can walk through this right here. You can go to the garage, to the track and football field and stuff. But check this out. One time, my mom's car got robbed and like stolen out of this parking lot. We had to keep a club on the car, which is like a steering wheel protector, so like it would stop the steering wheel from being able to turn all the way. This is different than it was. There was never a jungle gym. There used to be like an apple tree that we would just climb and hang up. Like we'd hang out in the apple tree all day. This tree, it wasn't like as it was smaller, and it was where this is. It was a whole different tree. It was an apple tree. And so yeah, we lived inside of here. Like if you go into this parking lot, I'll see if it'll let me. No, it doesn't really let me. But on this side, oh no. So that was the second one. So that second side over here. First time we were over here, right? So it made like we live in this apartment burned down, then we moved over here. Now here's check this out. Watch this. After we finally moved out of the apartment, my mom got a grant from the government. We got our first house. And I'll show you where our first house is, because we didn't really move very far. Okay, so we moved from those apartments to our first house. And our first house, if you look, this is the same apartment complex that's right here. Right, this is the street we parked on. Our first house, and the house that I grew up in, and essentially moved out and started my life from here. Like, I mean, this is where I grew up, graduated college, like high school, college and stuff. That was it. Right here, I'll show you. Right on the street, right on Northland Avenue. See this on Northland Avenue? I grew up right on this street, right in this house, bro. Right here. This is where I grew up. Right in this house. This. See how small this house? I mean, I shouldn't say how small, but this was my house, bro. Like, I didn't grow up in a mansion. I love this house, but it was, this is home, man. This is where we grew up. We had a single. This was everything, man. Like I was so proud of my mom, my dad, and just everybody who helped us move and get situated. Eventually we did the landscaping a little bit, got a new roof, did new flooring. I had a lot of memories with some friends. We had a basketball court. Rest in peace to my boy, who was over here. But I mean, this is the city, bro. Like this was the curb appeal. All right, like this is the porch, you know what I'm saying? We got this bay window put on. It wasn't even put on like that, like for real. Like most of the windows look like that. Like we added a lot to the house to make it one of the nicest on the street. I'll take you down the street in a second, but my room was on the first floor at first when I was younger. And then eventually I moved up into the attic. I had the whole second floor, which is a blessing. We had a backyard, which is super cool. Yeah, there's the tree right here. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it, man. This is the whole street. Like, I grew up on this street right here. Like, this is the street I grew up on. These are the houses that I would drive by and ride my bike past and school and stuff like that. And this is the track I was talking about. My mom would always walk on this track, get her exercise in. We'd play baseball right here, like, once in a blue moon. Pretty much never, but we'd run around and just play. But yeah, man, this is it, man. Go up the street here. And this is a long street, Northland Avenue. It's just a whole street, man. One side of the houses, the other side was just, that's what it is. Anyways, hope this was interesting for you. Thought I would show you that, give you some inspiration to let you know that, you can make it from anywhere. You can come out of any situation that you're in right now is just temporary. You can always change your environment, okay? Peace.